Number one. If you like what's happening here, critsandwich.com is a place to find us on the old interwebs. This round brought to you by Snow Signal's gently used diapers. Red team pushing in, they are able to capture, defend, but not for, sorry, I'm all sorts turned around here, folks. Blue team pushing in, capturing the first control point.
Hell yeah, man.
And America Uber Allies, the lone one on that card, but Hap puts him down. Desi takes out Mercado, who says, I'll avenge you, teammate. Ugh. This map, Payload Upward, fairly popular on this server. It's we're getting to a point, though, where we see a lot of teams kind of break down. This is kind of a make or break point. You know, once you get the cart past this checkpoint, you can usually make it up to the hill, and then you get another, you know, choke point at the sea, kind of right before the cap point. But this particular spot, blue team able to kind of overcome that right now. Looking like the cart's going to make an exit. That's America, Uber Allies, and Mercal. The two of them just putting in a lot of work on that cart, while blue team maybe just distracts from on low, fun low, trying to get some kills with that Natasha burning to death. Eventually exploded by Ace, who is on a ×4 streak. Adds another one to his belt there.
Ace, I'm getting you.
Well, blue team pushed off that cart, and all of them forced back to around the first cap point. Looking like they want to maybe get a medic or something on blue team, because it's going to be tough to push in without something. Although red's not really sitting on very much static defenses, so in terms of needing an Uber, blue team doesn't necessarily need one, but boy, it could help. Looking like a lot of fighting here as blue team tries to take the summit here of the hill. Some nice lag action coming out of Cam Freedom. He's sitting on very red ping there. Belovish looking for the headshot. Finds an enemy medic, boom, fun low.
Oh, come on,
put down, he is on a ×8 streak with that Machina. Fingerman, oh, destroyed. I was going to say he's nearly taken out Belovish there. Puts a couple, the splash damage on him with Belovish. Makes it a ×9. Red team in pretty decent control here over the cart. 3 minutes left on the clock. And unfortunately, the cart is kind of dangerously close to being capped. It's going to put some more time on there for blue if they do manage to do so. That's a lone scout, Dr. Galaxy. Trying to push up that cart. CSTF Ryan eventually putting an end to that with some flames licking at his heels there. Jackal forced to retreat on fire. The plight of a sniper. He's looking for help. I'm going to find the big help. He'll be alright, folks. The little jerk Argent, who seems to have unfriended me. He's no longer on my friends list, or at least the icon is showing up. So I'm just not even going to talk about him anymore, because that is rude, folks. You don't just unfriend someone like that.
I'm sorry, Dr. Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm going to just call you out like that, Argent. Deal with it. Well, red team now in thorough control of the summit. Crit's now popped on Crispy Blake with a ×5 streak. Looking to make it a ×6 there. It is Tingblad put down for that ×6 as the Crits clears out any blue offenders on the top of the hill. Folks, if you hate the commentary, if you don't like listening to my voice, hit escape. There's an ear with an X through it on the resume game button. Click that, click my voice, click mute. Your problems are solved. But why would you gotta be a neckbeard like that? Why would you want to do that? Blue team scrambling for control of the hilltop here. 1:35 left to go. It's about a minute and a half since we last checked in on time. Grumpy old man pushing up. Blue team not sitting on a medic, so I'm wondering if that's kind of the linchpin that's not enabling them to push this cart, as it is in fact sliding back down. It's retreating slowly into the tunnel. Blue team's trying to just get one player on it to stop. Oh, DT stops Fingerman's attempt to get on that cart, but Funlow and his scout friends ×3. 3 scouts push that cart up to roll back any damage. And blue team actually in a pretty good position here. Surprise offensive. They have secured the hilltop. And red team is down right now. As the mass respawns come in, I think red team has really kind of got to scramble to re-establish their control over the hilltop.
Another one.
Unfortunately, without a medic, blue team really is just kind of getting picked off. They do now have 2, but my question is that too little too late? We see blue team still in pretty good control of the hilltop here. Red team kind of trying to throw some bodies up there to stop the tide from rising. The 30-second announcement goes out, and that cart is in fact rolling backwards. So blue team's got to do something. They're just going to lose once that time's up.
Get the cart!
There will be no overtime given unless there is continual action on that cart. But red team now in thorough control of the hilltop, not really worrying too much about the tunnel. So blue might have been able to use that to their advantage earlier. Crits is popped, maybe, I'm not sure yet. Crits is popped on the hilltop as red looks to cement the victory. 4 seconds left as the car rolls back. There is no one there from blue. So that's going to be the round from there. Highest kill streak going to Ace 360 as a 9. Actually shared probably with Belovish that round. I missed when he lost his kill streak, unfortunately. Map vote is in effect, and Borneo is the early winner.
Mission begins in 60 seconds. Go, 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 go.
Maybe tomorrow, JR. Thursdays are usually update days.
Where's the commentary?
Sorry, I had to take a break. I had to stay late at work tonight. Stayed until 6:30, so I had to stop by and get some Taco Bell on the way home, because that shit is the food of champs.
I've had so
Scouty, I'm
much to
told.
say. Like, my little brother is like addicted to that stuff now. I think it's disgusting.
Just move them on to Coke. Bigger and better things. Well, this round, folks, brought to you by Snowsickle's Fiery Knives. With 10 seconds left to go, let's get a quick peek at the team comp here. Blue team sitting 1 player up, sitting on 2 medics, so they might have learned from red teams, the current red team's failings last time to really push out and do much with their medics and saying, hey, we can make that more. I think it was Nep joining, who makes it even 12-12, and red sitting on a medic of their own now, so hopefully teams are fairly balanced. Drunk Fuel Man leaves to balance the teams, unfortunately. Blue Uber's popped. That's Belovish and Fingerman. No, Ashley Bash, Gaiman, Ash Bash. That car pushing up at times, 3 captures. Nice firework coming out of Argent. Able to secure 2 kills before losing his life at Fingerman's hold on Peter. And blue team off to a fantastic start here. Really, turning the tables and showing many things were a little imba. Although red team's guy, you wouldn't have guessed it looking at the score. The scores seem to tell a different story, but blue team I think just playing a lot more cohesively. The car's just sitting with heavies on the cart. So, LOL, heavies. Oh, there was a scramble. That probably would explain the discrepancy in
Of all the people
maybe, I don't know.
standing on the cart.
LOL Heavies is the name of the game. Cart still at ×3. Some nice backstab action coming out of Ryan. Does take down a medic, which is a critical kill. And now it is just bacon, the smell of bacon wafting through the air as Neff and Kim Freedom sterilize that cart. They say, looks like you got a virus. Let me prescribe you something for that. It's called fire. Well, red team now in thorough control of the hilltop. This is, as we saw last game, a critical spot to hold. Blue team last round did not really do much with the tunnel. I'm not sure if that was due mostly to not having, I don't know, organization, or if there were sentries down there. I'm not sure why blue team didn't really push through the tunnel more. But as we saw last round, red team controlled the hilltop and won the game, so I think red's looking to do the same thing this round. Bloody Shark looking to wind up a streak, but unfortunately Argent says, here, let me let you streak. He stabs his knife in his back and cuts all his clothes off, and then he dies of embarrassment. Because you would too if you were in front of all these people without any clothes. Pushing up to the top of the hill, well, might be a crits in effect, but the medic takes a lot of damage. That's red, forced to retreat. Ace says, I'll provide you some cover fire, buddy. Just get back and you do you, kid. A nice sticky jump coming out of Belovish. He clears the entirety of the hill and gets behind enemy lines. is found by Neff and unfortunately poofed away before Crispy Flake gets right at him. Could have been a kill secured there, but too little too late. Blue team now on the cart. That's America Uber Allies joined by Sir Brucey.
Thank you, medic.
And two of them going to capture up that control point. Actually, Tingblad and America Uber Allies going to get credit for that one. So already blue team has won the map. So basically they could just give up now because they're the winners. But why would you do that? The objective of the game is not just to win, but to humiliate your enemies. So Beloved is going to do that, just that. He's going to stay on that cart. The alone advance, unfortunately, when you're all alone, there's no one to stop the knife coming into your back. Fingerman learning from his friend's mistakes, still rolling on that whole long heater.
Thanks, man.
Nearly! Oh, Argent with the backstab does secure the kill. Unfortunately, he is poofed off the cliff. Or is he? Kappa. Well, the cart's momentum is stopped now. Gonna give Red maybe a little bit of breathing room as it's kind of equidistant now in terms of both teams having to run. I don't see a teleporter on the side of Red. I do see one for Blue, but it is just an entrance at the moment, so there's the exit going up. So Blue team gonna keep their pipeline up and flowing, hopefully cover more ground more quickly. Red team needs to build up some static defenses of their own. Actually not sitting on an engineer, which might be a mistake here. You know, those static defenses, if you can just keep them alive, they do become a pretty big asset to your defense if you place them correctly and have a little bit of teamwork to keep them alive. Cam Freedom lagging a little bit too much, does end up losing his life there, falls off the cliff after being scorched by Sir Brucey. It's going to open up the cart for Belovish and Mr. Brucey to get on that cart. They're joined by Mercabal, whatever. Ace with a beautiful crit rocket says all skill adds a 6th, a 7th, and then an 8th to his kill streak. Now sitting on a ×8 streak. Looking to make it a 9 here as he puts down Mr. Brucey. So maybe I am mistaken, maybe Red Team doesn't need a medic, maybe they just need Brucey. Belovish doing a lot of teamwork here, constantly pushing it on that cart, has his brains splattered, sorry no that was Fingerman, has his brains splattered by Hap. That cart is still rolling. Belovish playing the sneaky game, sticking to the cart and sees a sniper down there, says, you know what, I gotta just stick to this cart. Crit rocket forces him back, that's coming out of Grumpy Old Man, and he has pushed up the front with DT and Bloody Shark, the two of them popping an Uber, looking like they want to clear out the top, and that's going to do it, folks. C's captured up by Fingerman, Brucey, and Belovish, the trio of musketeers sitting on that cart, doing their part to push things forward. Meanwhile, the rest of the blue team is pushing the front up, just keeping the pressure on Red. Red team not really looking like they know how to react, actually down 6 players. So that's going to open up the cart really, and blue team doing a whole ton of damage. LOL Heavies once again is the name of the game. They got to get some demos or something all over that cart. Red team could use 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 more demos. I don't know. Bombs almost reached the end of the game here. Still at ×1, fluctuating between ×1 and ×3 on that card. Red team just absolutely suppressed, decimated, down to 4, down to 3 players. The nice defense though, coming out of Neff with the flog, and Argent back to back. Beautiful team save. Argent just can't take out the sniper. The little bit of help from Ace is going to secure the cart. I thought it was over. RIP in peace. Unfortunately, Bloody Shark hopping on that control point. Ace opts for the equalizer kill. It's not enough to stop him. He does lose his life. Merrick Ball, 30 HP, is destroyed in that cart. Folks, Red Team is still hanging on. This is still Blue Team's game to lose. Unfortunately, just taking a quick peek at the look at the time. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left. Oh, a beautiful crit coming out of Belovish, takes down Red before he loses his life. CFTF Ryan with the clutch point defense here. It is just spam and pills and all sorts on that control point. Argent with a beautiful backstab up in the rafters, takes down Bloody Shark and looks for his next victim. Nails Bloody Grumpy Old Man. Saw that one coming and just... that's the worst thing when you're playing when you're just watching everything. You just have to watch the spies run in and stab someone, and they're completely oblivious. Well, points still defended pretty heavily. Red team looking like they want to get a sentry up now. That is Cam Freedom saying, you know what, I may be laggy, but I can get a sentry up. It doesn't take any. You don't have to have latency to have a sentry up. And Uber was popped. That was Bloody Shark and his magic choice, Tingbalad, but the two of them made quick work of by a jar of deli sauces original. And that cart still there. About a minute left since we last checked on the clock, or a minute since we checked on the clock. Grumpy old man looking to hop on. And stop there. There's nothing there right now. He might just do it, folks. Grumpy old man is avenged by he loses his life, but Sir Brucey sitting right there.
Good game.
So blue team gonna go on to win the map. Nice headshot coming out of the half. Blue Uber is deployed immediately. That's Brucey and Crispy Flake. Crispy says, forget you, buddy. I don't even know how to get kills. Takes out stage of the rocket. Oh god, the feedback though.
Mute him.
Turn off your mic, man.
Blue team all over the cart as they push their way into A. This round brought to you by Fingerman's Yellow Beans. If it ain't yellow, it ain't Fingerman. Point is nearly capped up, but unfortunately, blue team going to run into some static defenses and some heavy resistance from red. Bloody Shark making a name for himself. Does take down Belovish, but loses his life in the hands of red.
Sentry.
And Sir Brucey. Sentry is putting in work. Actually, 2 sentries. That's belonging to JR and Mr. Ryan there. Mr. Andrew Ryan. Would you kindly? Red team holding on, not going to give up this control point without a fight.
Can we get another
But really all blue needs to do is get a scout in there, or Belovish can finish it. Unfortunately, maybe he can't, as that cart is literally resting on the precipice of the point. All you gotta do is just blow on it, Blue. Just spit on the cart. Do something. Poke it with the pillow. Do something. Blue team actually opting to try and clear out the sentries more than push the cart. It might just be more advantageous to push the cart, given the fact there's only 2 minutes. Cam Freedom trying to do exactly that, but does he not having any of it?
Don't bother with the sentry right now, guys.
Does he? Does it to DT?
Just touch the card.
Guppy looking to get on that card. Oh, red team just swarming all over it though, so even when blue does manage to get some bodies on there, they're just stalled by the competing sides. Oh, nearly losing his life, Bloody Shark. There it is, Ashley Bash Gaming bringing it in. It's going to put some, about 4 minutes on the clock there. Red team's still holding on, but now blue has a little bit more time to deal with the sentry fort. Just some beautiful placement though. I'd like to compliment JR on that sentry. It's got great coverage, easy to defend, hard to hit. Very, very well-placed sentry, and Ryan's sentry just doing a lot of cleanup. You know, everyone who manages to get through, just, Belovish nearly losing his life. Oh, unfortunately, Merkaba, with the body shot, finishes off the job of the sentry. 6 minutes on the clock on the dot, folks, but sentries still up on red side. These engineers just playing so well. I really like this dispenser placement. Both dispensers placed right next to each other to maximize the amount of metal per second given out so that they can keep those sentries up and running full HP. I think both engineers are actually using the rescue ranger too, if I'm not mistaken, which is just so critical at being able to support your team all the more. Funlow losing his life to Guppy with a well-placed scatter shot. Guppy says, I'm not having any of that today. Well, the seconds tick down off the clock, about 40 seconds passed since we last checked in on time. Blue team looking like they want to get something up and running. Maybe they need the middle or something, really go in there and clear everything out. As red is sitting on something of their own. 2 Ubers now popped in quick succession. A soldier might not have been the best choice as Ryan's sentry just kept alive by the constant rescue ranger spam. And unfortunately, blue team does have to retreat.
We really need another medic, guys.
Medic calls come out. I think demos would probably be the superior choice here for assaulting Belovish now, sitting on his tried and true demos. All he needs is a medic to just build up maneuver. There is plenty of time for that. So we'll see what blue has in store for red team, but red team with a valiant, stall-worthy defense here. A red brick wall, you might say. Oh, arrow is loose, and it's a swing and a miss. Some nice backstabs coming out of Funlow, though, before he loses his head to Crispy Flake. It is just headshot for headshot here between Crispy Flake and Hap. Hap eventually coming out on top of that duel. Says, "You will stop killing, my friends." Cart is not rolling back, but actually just sitting on the control point, so not much is on. Uber, or crits is now popped, rather. That's Huzzy, Duzzy, and Hap. I think the medic of choice there was maybe Steak. No, that was Mr. Tingblad with the crits, putting Duzzy in the lead there thoroughly at 24 points, followed up by Hap 22 and Neff at 17. Meanwhile, Blue's got 20 points to Cerberussi, 15 on DT, and 8 on Jackal. So blue team really need to pull something together here. 3 minutes, 20 seconds on that clock.
Left side, left side.
They have resorted to the heavy strategy. We'll see how this works out as they slowly make their way. A nice use the bonk. Ashley Bash Gaming gonna get behind enemy lines. More on that later as it develops. Sentry not down, the Uber is popped, and can they do it? They gotta get a little bit closer to the Sentry. Sentry number 1 is down by DT and Belovish. The two of them looking to maybe make short work in the next one, but they figure, you know what, maybe we don't need to. A little bit of confusion from Neff as the blue team just standing right next to him. Is that a Crits Krieg popped? I think that might be a Crits Krieg pop. That is a Crits Pyro Toxic Avenger. Unfortunately, the enemy team was just a little bit too far away. So now that level 3, excuse me, is down, I'm wondering, Ryan, yep, he's going to rebuild in the exact same spot, going to get some sentries up, says team, just buy me some time. What we were doing was working. All they need is a little bit of time to get that sentry back up and get some point coverage.
You die?
This is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Eventually, finally losing his life, put down by Guppy.
Oh.
Back left, back left.
Sentry is sapped, some beautiful sap action coming out of... Oh, it's too little too late, though, as whoever that demo was, I believe that was Mr. Grumpy Pants. Wow. Tragically loses his life. Some nice coordination comes through, but it's just too little too late. Blue team falling in quick succession, even when the sentries are disabled. Minute 45 on the clock, folks. The red team with an extremely impressive showing of defense here. Some amazing posturing, just sticking to their guns right now. They found something that works, and they are just staying there. Funlow with a backstab and a slash stab. Crispy Flake and Vote for Goat destroyed, but eventually he does fall to DT's original.
Power behind us.
Beautiful charge coming out of Neff, boldly going where no demo has gone before, right up into the face of the enemy. Says, "This is my weapon of choice. It cuts you in half." Crits Krieg is popped, and that is just carnage, folks. As Bloody Shark and Steak rack up the points.
Korea.
At this point, I would say just build an Uber and spawn blue team, come out with demos, build 2 medics and Ubers, I don't know. I don't know what you can do, but mission's going to end in 45 seconds here on the clock. This is one of the more impressive holds that I've seen.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of, that spot, it's just, I'm still amazed. JR has done just such a great job of keeping that sentry up, and Ryan's been so critical in keeping his up, and the two of them just been working together so well. From on high, Bloody Shark looking to lay into the enemy. A level 2 sentry now up. Actually, Bloody Shark going to lose his life, so this might be an opening that Blue needs. 10 seconds left to go on the clock, but they got to get in there now. And Uber is going to be popped, maybe, I don't know. The Sabbath is actually disabled and brought down. Blue team now on the cart. They got to just stay on the cart. Unfortunately, they are just barely making headway now, so it would be a terrible time to lose it. Steak's got to whip out the Uber saw, buddy. You got to man up. Sorry, that was Big Hero Ben, but it was too little too late. Card is now locked.
God. That was
Sir
tragic.
Brucey hopping in, but it's just not enough, it's too much.
This map is just too easy to
Too
defend.
much.
Friends, I tried.
Map vote is in effect.
man.
I don't know, I can't
Can't
see
really
the...
defending on road, or like defending on Borneo.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Beloved's sitting on a unusual universal translator with an abduction effect.
This
That
map
is
is so
not
easy
going
to
to help
defend.
him
I got
out.
17 kills and no deaths.
17-0, quite the score.
As a demo night.
Maybe that sold my kills.
So blue team now off to a familiar start. Red team actually going to Ryan actually still defending. I don't know what happened there, if that was like a scramble or what, if he just kind of got put on.
scrambled.
Red. Wasn't a scramble? I missed it. Anyway, blue team off to a decent start here. Times 2 heavies on that control point. 2 seconds, folks.
Oh, there I go.
So level
Blue
3
looking
around the corner.
to do some damage with those heavies. Belovish loses his life though. Ryan captures, successfully defends the control point, but Mr. Guppy
You were a hero, sir.
able to sneak past and does
Spy in the
get
back, watch
that,
out.
You gotta be kidding me.
that sentry, the bomb pushed up a little bit. JR with a nice double kill on Funlow and Toxic Avenger.
Shut up.
So the heavies look like they're putting in work. The sentry is still up, so this is a repeat of the last one. Oh, a nice wrangle. The last second keeps that sentry alive and up and running. And we seem to be in a familiar position. Citrell, ooh, goes for the headshot with the Ambassador. It's a swing and a miss, though. And might lose his life at the hands of a heavy. Nope, he's going to be fine. No, he doesn't actually die at the hands of Toxic Avenger. Cardinal actually rolling back to the control point. So, once again, 6 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. We will see if Red can hold on. A nice crits Krieg pops out onto Toxic Avenger. He's able to secure, I think, a double kill off the back of that. Funlow gunned down at the hands of Bloody Shark. I think maybe an Uber was popped for that on Bloody Shark. I don't know. But if it was, that might have been a misplay. But obviously I know. So just me seeing things, folks. It's the drugs. It's the drugs.
Heavy up top.
Red team pretty fairly entrenched right now. Able to hold on for the time being. Welcome Angus. You've been assigned to the defending team here on Payload Borneo, Crit Sandwich Networks, Chicago Slaybox numero uno. Blue with potentially a push here. Neff trying to take out Bloody Shark, does get a crit. Horseless, headless horseman's head taker. Hit, but it's not enough. Blue team really itching to really push in. Sentry gonna be wrangled and kept alive, and Bloody Shark gonna lose his life there to a nice charge. With 5:44 is the count.
We really just
Let's
need
go,
you
Snake.
guys.
Let's go.
Just baiting. The Uber is popped onto Belovish. Stickies are not there. It's actually recalled. Ryan, no, that wasn't Ryan's sentry. That was Sir Brucey's sentry recalled. Rather smartly, gonna keep it alive, but that does kind of open the cart up to be pushed. This might have just been more of a disruptive
On the cart.
Uber than anything else. Blue team might be able to capitalize on this and push in the cart right now as red team kind of scrambles to get their sentries back up and into position. Level 3 is going up, being healed up, and it will be kept alive. Sir Brucey with that rescue ranger just sitting back from afar and says it's easy shooting fish in a barrel. Sapper placed on Mr. Brucey's teleport exit. It will be knocked off. Citrell eventually suffering the consequences of being found out. DT says, hey, you don't look like a scout. You don't run that fast. 4 minutes 40 on the clock, so about a minute since we last checked in. And it's pretty even in terms of both teams here. Mercado with a crit streak. Gonna put 2 kills to his name before losing his life in the hands of Dolan Turnip. Sentries are kept alive, and it's just rinse repeat. It's kind of the same thing as we saw last time, folks. This blue team though, looking a bit more anxious to try and want to push in. Looking a little bit more coordinated, maybe. I don't know. It's something about this blue team gives me a little bit more hope. The sentry actually going down. Finally, so Bloody Shark able to get in there and destroy the sentry, but does lose his life at Mercabo. Quickly fills in the role of a slightly more mobile sentry. Crit streak is popped. He's going to get a ×2. Mercaba, we're going to make it a ×3, ×4, ×5. He's going to secure it before maybe losing his life here to the hands of Guppy. Sir Brucey making quick work of those sappers. Says, none of that. I don't trust French techniques and French technology. Blue Uber now popped, unfortunately forced to retreat. Stay desperately looking for a target, and that might have been a misplay. It might have been a panic Uber. I'm not sure I missed what happened there, why it was triggered. Dolan Turnip him his medic of choice. That's Citral, the two of them sitting on an Uber, waiting to push in. Unfortunately, none of that happening today. Funlow, the fun hater. Quick backstab, gonna lose his life to Grumpy's scattergun. Fritz is now popped, rinse and repeat. Mercado with a ×4. Immediately off of it, unfortunately, by Polar Bear. Says, hey, stop that. Okay? Just stop it. Shoots him right in the brain. That's how you stop someone, you shoot him in the head. Neff with a beautiful kill on the Guppy with a nice charge, and takes down a teleporter as a result. Gotta put a little point, couple more points to his name. It's quite the tough nut to crack for Blue Team, I have to admit. I've not seen this much resistance back to back, but that sentry spot just so OP. So OP. And both engineers just playing so well together that you know, I don't know if you just need 3 medics, maybe? 3 medics in all demos or something? As I say that, Blue Team now is actually sitting on 4 demos, 2 medics, so they might be trying to push in here. But Mercaba, once again, a ×4. This is the 3rd time that's happened. Does lose his life to a little mini-sentry of all things. So that's kind of embarrassing. But hey, he says, you know what, I got 4 kills.
Aww.
What have you done? Red Team still in pretty thorough control here. Minute and a half left on the clock.
Terrible.
Next map is still Territory Control Hydro. That RTV did not get enough votes to take off, so I guess we see. We see. Minute left on the clock.
He only switches the maps.
And trying to desperately get that last RTV in so we don't have to play Hydro.
I used to think this map was balanced.
This map is
Obviously
great.
not.
Yeah, this map is clearly a little unbalanced unless you, I guess like you have to basically go all demos and medics, right? Like I don't know what else you do. But we'll see. 36 seconds left on the clock. If Blue Team can mount some sort of last final push here. Bloody Shark and Ivor Stravinsky laying into the enemy Blue Team. Nice crit streak coming out of Ivor. Igor does force a retreat. Teams not balanced. Oh, Sentry nearly goes down. It's actually put down by Bloody Shark. This might be the opening that Blue Team needs. They got to get on that clock, but this is actually almost exactly what happened last time. With 10 seconds left to go, Blue Team they had an opening and they pushed it and they got immediately pushed off and killed by the